One restaurant offering free meals to community members in need on today's In This Together, presented by GoDaddy. Hey y'all, and welcome to In This Together. I'm Alejandro Alba. For those in need, a single warm meal can go a long way. So one restaurant in Seattle, Washington is giving back to its community and helping fight food inequality.
Conscious Eatery is a philanthropic restaurant and catering service that gives back per meal sold to those in need. We have donated over 50,000 meals to those who need it most.
The story of the Conscious Eatery starts with a chance reunion between former coworkers Sierra Laub and Chaz Rowland.
So Chaz and I actually met when I was 19 years old and he was just about 21. We met at a restaurant. I was a host and he was a server. And up until before we reconnected, he was doing some nonprofit work and bartending and managing, and I was doing some consulting and serving.
We had a mutual friend, somebody that normally he calls me once a quarter just to surprise me at my house. And one day he showed up with her, not knowing that I had already known her for almost a decade at that point.
And then we flew around a football and he pretty much fell in love with my spiral and yeah.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Both were looking for ways to utilize their skills in the food industry to support their community.
Sierra and I have both directly been affected with homelessness inside of our family and personally. So we felt the need that our community was really struggling at the time of inception. So we really needed to give back. So we kind of just put our heads together.
They came up with an idea for a restaurant that provided a meal to someone in need for every meal purchased.
The journey was pretty tough. We were already working a second job just to pay the bills to make this business happen at that time. So it was like, if we don't win, we're losing pretty big.
We opened in 2015 as a catering service.
Targeting the business district of Seattle, people that see the homelessness and also have the financial means to help it, but just don't usually know how to do it.
What started as a catering business quickly expanded to include a full-service restaurant.
We opened in September of 2016 as a restaurant, and then it seemed like quarter after quarter was just getting busier and busier. We were on the up and up.
It's been pretty wild just because when we first opened as a restaurant, it was just Sierra, me, and her little sister. That's all we had. And then right before 2020 hit, we were up to 9 employees. Not like without us in the equation. So we were very much on a very full steam, thinking about what's going on next.
We even got engaged in 2018.
When the pandemic hit in March 2020, they were faced with a challenging decision.
So in the beginning of 2020, we were doing really well, and then once March came around, we started hearing the rumors about what was going on with COVID-19. And unfortunately, where we live, we had the first case of COVID-19 in the entire country. So since it was at home, we were like, no way, we're closing our restaurant. March 17th was the day that we decided to close our doors.
But Sierra and Chaz knew they couldn't leave their community behind.
At the beginning of the pandemic, the people that hurt the most were the people that were already hurting. And all of a sudden, grocery stores were running out of food all the way. Food banks, who were already struggling leading into this pandemic, now stopped getting their donations, their hard food donations, and started to have to dip into like their actual monetary donations to start buying food. So we had a lot of really tough conversations with our nonprofit partners about how we can step up into that void. We have a couple of clients that do 200 plus meals a week. Instead of bringing it into their office through our catering program, we're able to distribute that to our nonprofit partners.
We donate at least 1,000 meals a month, 200 to 250 a week, and every single one of them is accounted for.
Sierra and Chaz know the power of their dreams and hope that everyone realizes theirs as well.
My advice for anyone that wants to create a purpose-based business is just to figure out what makes you happy and then figure out how to give that back.
I think a lot of it is just rewarding in the 2 lanes that we've kind of built our business off. It's awesome to feed people with food that they love.
Thanks to GoDaddy for sponsoring this episode. GoDaddy believes that the future is yours to create. So they're celebrating the next generation of everyday entrepreneurs who are making a different future. One of those entrepreneurs is Evan Rochford. He and his father launched Professor Torbert's Orange Corn to make more nutritious food accessible to more people. Their product packs more nutrients into food staples that are available and affordable to all. Check out GoDaddy.com to learn more. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, we're all in this together.